right, everybody. Good morning. Hey, I don't know what's happening in your neck of the woods. I know here in the middle of Michigan, we're set to have an amazingly beautiful day. So I'm trying to get all of my videos and podcasts and everything done early today so that I can get outside and have a chance to enjoy that sun. So today we're talking about the power of a mastermind group. So I really want to explain to you what that means because a lot of people kind of throw that term around. So I want you to understand what that means. And then I'm going to share with you some examples of how that shows up for me in case you might want to, take advantage of that for yourself, okay? So a mastermind group is really, some people use the term master class, right? But it's really a meeting of two or more people, okay, that are meeting in a spirit of cooperation or harmony. So really the essence is that when you meet together, you're doing it for a definite purpose, right? You might have a time limit on it. Sometimes people, they meet because they're working on a project, right? Or it could just be kind of an open-ended thing. But you're coming together in a spirit of harmony. So you're not there to, judge or criticize or pick on each other, but you're really coming together to help each other grow, usually in one or more very specific areas, okay? Now, there's a book out there that I absolutely love, The Power of Others. It's written by Dr. Henry Cloud. I would highly recommend it. I was actually looking at my bookshelves to see if I had it, and I think I must have loaned it out to somebody. I was going to show you the cover. Look it up on Amazon. It's a great book. But let me share with you how this kind of shows up for me, because I think that when you're learning about these principles and how to apply them in your life, it really helps when you have an example. So for me, I have several different kind of mastermind groups, okay? So the first one I think about is more personal. Every week on Monday morning, first thing on Monday morning, I actually have two back-to-back calls. So the first call I have, because I'm working towards my PhD, right, finishing up my dissertation, I always have a call with my committee person, my chairperson, because, we want to meet in a spirit of cooperation to get that job done. So every week we get on the phone and we talk about, okay, what did we just do and what's coming up, right? And then immediately following that, I have an appointment with my coach. Big shout out to my coach, Shannon. Hey, I know you're watching out there. And so we talk about all kinds of things, but typically it focuses more on the personal development area for me. Sometimes we'll go into business, but I find for myself it's more about mindset, really fine-tuning, I guess, what I need to be doing and thinking about, okay? I also find that some of my best mastermind groups are books. So, I consider a lot of my books to be the authors to be my mentors. I'm fond of saying I've got a club. It's called the Old Dead Guys Club. And it's my book of, authors who are no longer with us that really help me understand different things about life. Now, we're not necessarily meeting, right? But there's two or more people here. And it's definitely a spirit of cooperation and harmony when I come to it and I say, hey, listen, I want to learn this, right? So for example, actually I'll show you. So one of the first leadership books I ever got was John Maxwell's The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Excellent book. John, of course, had turned into, from a book mentor into a real life mentor and business partner with me. However, when I was first going through the book, I remember coming at it and every single day I would read one chapter. And then I would ask myself, okay, based on what I just read, how can I apply that to my life today? And I made a very simple, one-step plan. This is what I'm going to do. And then I would go and I would do it, and I would come back at the end of the day and I would say, okay, how did I do, right? So this reading that book like that really helped me understand how to grow more in my personal and professional life, okay? So another mastermind group that I have is in business. So I have several mentors who I follow. Now, one thing I can tell you is that who you learn from really does matter, okay? So I have mentors that are teaching me in different areas. Right now, some of the biggest mentors in my life, other than John Maxwell, he definitely is a big mentor for me. Paul Martinelli is a huge mentor. Paul, if you don't know him, look him up. He is amazing, and he is a high school dropout who went through this success path that really has set him up for some amazing things. He coaches millions of people around the world. He has built several multi-million-dollar businesses. So if I'm going to go after, building a business, a successful business for myself, I might want to learn from somebody who's done that before, right? So he's one of my mentors. But then another kind of mastermind that's maybe not learning from mentors, but is really the power of meeting with one or two or even more people, whether it be a regular or irregular time, in order to come together for a specific purpose. So for example, there are many networking, what I call one-to-ones, right? Today and tomorrow, I'm pretty much packed, back to back for 6 or 7 hours every day, just reaching out and touching base with people that I want to network with. So we'll get on the phone and we'll talk about, hey, how are things going right now? How can I help you? And then the other person says, how can I help you? Right? And that is another form of a mastermind. Now, I'm not necessarily learning something from that other person like I would from a mentor or reading a book, but when you get together and you talk like that, there are ideas that come to you that you would not otherwise have. Okay, so the power of another person is not necessarily that they know more than you or they have different ideas. It's really kind of honoring the space that you guys hold when you're coming together and realizing that, I as a person am bringing my certain energy. You as another person are bringing your energy and ideas. And when we come together, as we're talking those things through, something great is going to happen. There's a term in the Think and Grow Rich book, Napoleon Hill, in the Mastermind Group chapter, he talks about the idea that when 2 or more people come together like this, that you get what he calls the third brain, right? So it's a different set of ideas that come to you that you normally wouldn't get. And it really, I find in my experience, it really up-levels my learning and growth. So right now, I want to tell you about a mastermind group kind of that we have just launched. So I'm sure you've heard of us. You've heard of this group. If you are connected to my work in any way, you have heard of this. This is nothing new. So the Empowered Leaders membership group, that's the preferred group that I'm going to be working with here in the future. So that's a membership group. So think of, your Wine of the Month Club, your Cheese of the Month Club, your Sam's or Costco membership, right? You pay a fee and you're in the group. Now, what we do in the group is we focus on several different ideas related around leadership. So leading yourself and leading others. Now, so we are definitely 2 or more people. We've actually, I can't remember how many members we reached this week, but we're on track to go past our goal for the week. And I'm building this out so that we can have hundreds of people in this group, okay? So 2 or more people, a spirit of cooperation and harmony. I really want this group to be a community that is working with each other, that is connecting with each other, that's learning from each other, right? And then a definite purpose. So understanding that, listen, when we lead ourselves and we lead others really well, then we actually will change the world, okay? So that's the mastermind group that I am building that I would love for you to be a part of. One thing I know is that, okay, so as I'm recording this today, it is May 14th. We started what's called a founding members launch. So basically, in order to grow this and gain momentum, and honestly to value the people who have plugged into my work up until this point, I started a founding members launch, which means that you get a half price reduction in your monthly membership if you sign up by May 15th. So by tomorrow at midnight, if you sign up for this group, and yes, I'll leave the link in the instructions because some of you still need to sign up. I know that. If you sign up for this group, you'll only be paying $10 a month. $10 in order to be exposed to hundreds of other leaders, hear from their perspective, learn short leadership lessons every week, jump on a Zoom call with me, ask your questions, share your learning, right? $10 a month, guys. Now, I can tell you that if for whatever reason you just can't get it done by tomorrow at midnight, it'll go up to $19.99 a month. It's still very affordable, but the reason why it's such a low price is we want to make sure that people are getting in there, that there's no excuse for them to be exposed to people and ideas that are going to help them grow, okay? So, there are two things I want to share with you. First of all, there's that Empowered Leaders group. I will leave the link in the comments and you can go and follow that. The other thing is I want to always connect you with my mentors. So on Saturday, May 16th, so a couple days from now, my mentors, Paul Martinelli and Roddy Galbraith, have basically assembled dozens of experts in various fields and industries, okay? So what they have done is they have done these short, like 15, 20-minute interviews with different people from different industries where they come on and they forecast the future, right? So what's going to happen in the future? So what's going to happen in the future of photography? Marketing, social media, podcasting, what's going to happen in the future of fitness, right? I mean, the fitness world is getting shaken up by this pandemic, right? What's going to happen in the world of finance, right? Just yesterday, I believe it was, or the day before, it was announced that I think Twitter is now, was it Twitter or LinkedIn? I can't remember, but now they have only employees working from home. They will never have employees. They have committed. They will never have employees to come and work in a building or an office again. So we are getting ready for some significant shifts in the future. And so one of the things that I would love to do is get you connected to my mentors so that you can, just be a part of that mastermind group, okay? So in the comments, I'm also going to leave the link. It'll take you to my Kajabi site. So I did a keynote yesterday, and we were talking about this idea of thinking into the future, anticipatory leadership. So when you go to the Kajabi site, it'll ask for your name and your email. Even if you've signed up for things before, just enter that in. And you'll get a download. And there's two things on the download. The first thing is there's a set of 5 power questions. So if you are looking to kind of increase your ability to think about the future, those questions are there. There's 5 of them. And then there's the link to register for this 3-hour workshop that's going to be on Facebook on Saturday. So you can do whatever you want to do as you're, kind of living your life. You can be on Facebook. And I think they are going to record it and you'll have access to that recording. So you want to follow that link so you can get in there for free, okay? Awesome. Hey, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I know I say this often, but I really, really am grateful for you. I can't tell you how grateful I am. Every time I get ready to do a video or a podcast or even a post on Facebook, one of the things that I do is I just take a breath and I think about you. I think about what you're going through right now. I think about the questions that many of you, reach out and ask me. I think about what's happening in our world. And I really, really want to bring something to you that is going to be of value. So I hope that you find this valuable. Please reach out to me if you have any thoughts or questions or you have any needs of any kind. I would love to help you. So with that, I release you into the wild. Go forth and prosper. Have an amazing day, and we'll catch you next time. All right, bye-bye.